As we're saying, President Cyril Ramaphosa, accompanied by members of his cabinet as well as provincial and local leaders, going to Carolina today. Our colleague Natasha Phiri has been on the story. Natasha, very good morning to you. What's the latest?
Well, very good morning to you, Deza, and of course to our SABC viewers. We're currently waiting for the president, who could be arriving any time from now. Of course, before the program kicks off at the local stadium, we do understand that the president, flanked by his ministers, will be engaging with the business sector here at the Dutch Reformed Church. Then from there, they will be somewhat briefing members of the media, and of course that is when we actually proceed to the stadium. Like you said, we're in Carolina. This is a third installment of the Presidential Imbizo in the Gert Sibande District Municipality. Of course, you would know that this is a coal mining town, and of course I'm joined by a person who's no stranger to members of the media, the Minister Gwede Mantashe. Thank you so much for joining us on SABC News, Minister. I mean, like you said to me, and you corrected me, this is a coal mining town. How do you seek to address the challenges that people here have been complaining about? Unemployment is at a record high in this area, but people have been complaining, saying that because it's a coal mining town, they want to have jobs within the mining sector, but this is not the case.
Mining towns employ people in mines, but what it cannot do, it cannot employ everybody in that town. So I don't think the issue is employment in the mines. It is the performance of the economy as a whole. That's why coal mining must be integrated to the economy and perform within that economy. It is a very important town. It is in the coal belt. If you move from here, next door here is Hendrina, where there's Hendrina Power and Optimum, that is in trouble. If you go up north, you go to Middleburg. So that is the coal belt. That is the heart of coal mining. And therefore, when we talk of just transition, it is not numbers. It is about justice, about people, it's about communities. So when we think about low carbon emissions, we must not just think that the easy solution is to close down coal mines. There are communities here, you say they look for jobs. If you close the mines, there will be more unemployment. And that's where we are.
Minister, another contentious issue is load shedding.
Yes.
How are we dealing with that crisis?
Load shedding, Eskom is having connected capacity of 45,000 megawatts. It hardly works at 30,000 megawatts. And there's that gap is quite important. When they talk of 6,000 megawatt shortage, I always wonder, there's a 15,000 gap between connected capacity and operational capacity. But we're busy with the supplementary program, which will add some volume into the grid. But one thing that our people must always remember is that the economy has grown and our people have been connected to the electricity. In 1994, only 10% of our people had access to electricity. Today is 87%. So therefore, that is pressure on the economy. But we must increase the capacity of generation.
But Minister, people are tired. South Africans are tired. You can't honestly dispute that. People are saying there needs to be accountability. People want heads to roll at Eskom.
Eskom falls under public enterprises. Okay, that ministry can take that decision. My own view is that, Andre Directors is CEO number 11 in 10 years. So that tells you that there's a problem. There's been too much head rolling without really addressing the issue. The problem we have in South Africa is looking at the capacity that we appoint to positions. For example, in an institution like Eskom, which requires a fixer, that is a kind of manager, you go and appoint an alpha who is bigger than life, and it is not going to address the issue because it's not a fixer, you get my point, or a lover, a person who loves that sector, who lives that sector, who interacts with that sector with love. And if you don't have that, you appoint the best managers but misplace the skill. And therefore, I don't think the issue is head rolling per se. It's actually looking into the skills that we require at Eskom. If you look at their executive, for example, you hardly find enough technical capacity in the executive. because heads of the divisions are not part of the executive.
Lastly, what can we expect from this meeting with the business sector?
The business sector will raise the issues. I would imagine that there will be mine workers and mine owners will be here. They will raise their issues. We'll listen to their complaints, try to address them. There will be other businesses because the economy is not only mining. It must be diversified. Actually, it is more urgent today to diversify the economic infrastructure of this area. Because if coal is declining, there is going to be ghost towns if we're not acting immediately.
Minister, thank you so much for your time. Of course, we do look forward to those engagements with the community members later on. Of course, Desiree, that was Minister Gwede Mantashe. We're still waiting for President Cyril Ramaphosa to arrive any moment from now. Like the minister had said that they will be engaging with the business sector. From then on, we head to the local stadium where members of this small town are actually invited to engage with the president directly, to engage with his cabinet ministers, to put their grievances, their cries at the doorstep of government. With that said, it's back to you in studio, Desiree.